dito.
Good day, everyone. We are here to present about the Polya'S problem-solving strategy in mathematics in the modern world under Mr. Romeo Q. Tolentino. And I would like to call Mr. Nathan to present the next slide.
Thank you, Mr. Inglis. So, George Polya. Let us know more about George Polya. George Polya was a Hungarian mathematician. He was a professor of mathematics from 1914 to 1940 at ETH Zurich, and from 1940 to 1953 at Stanford's University. He made fundamental contribution to combinatorics, number theory, numerical analysis, and probability theory. Polya was arguably the most influential mathematician of 20th century. His basic research contributes span complex analysis, mathematical physics, probability theory, geometry. He was a teacher par excellence who maintained a strong interest in matters through his long career. So the next presenter will be Mr. Kamonay.
Thank you, Mr. Castro. So, Polya'S problem-solving strategy. Next slide, please. So, what is Polya'S problem-solving strategy? It is a problem-solving plan that consists of four steps, which is details, main idea, strategy, and how. As a student works through each step, they may use graphic representations such as graphs, diagram, etc. in order to organize their ideas, to provide evidence of their mathematical thinking, and to show their strategy for arriving at a solution. So, the next slide will be discussed by Miss Alexa Abeleda.
Thank you, Mr. Kamonay. Paula's problem-solving strategy. Four steps. Next. Paula's problem-solving strategies. First step is understand the problem. Second step, devise a plan. Third step, carry out the plan. Fourth step, review the solution. I would like to call Mr. English to present the first step.
Thank you, Miss Alexa Beleda. This is the first Polya'S problem strategy. Understand the problem. Sometimes the problem lies in understanding the problem. If you are unclear as to what's need to be solved, then you are probably going to get the wrong results. In order to show an understanding of the problem, you, of course, need to read the problem carefully. Sounds simple enough. But some people jump the gun and try to solving the problem before they have read the whole problem. Once the problem is read, you need to list all the components and data that are involved. This is where you will be assigning your variable. Nearly 100 years ago, a man named George Polya designed a four-step method to solve all kinds of problems. Understanding the problem. Make a plan, execute the plan, and look back and reflect. Because the method is simple and generalizes, well, it has become a classic method for solving problems. So I would like to call Mr. Sian Ken Kamonay to explain the device a plan.
So, the second step is to devise a plan. After we understand the problem, of course, we're going to need a plan in order to answer the problem. So, making a plan allows us to think of a solution to the problem. We can also deal with the problem in a number of different ways, such as by creating an equation, a diagram, or a chart. So the third step will be discussed by Nathan Castro.
Thank you, Mr. Kamonay. So the third step is carry out the plan. The carry out the plan is big. This is where you solve the equation you came up with in your device a plan step. The equation in this tutorial will be a linear equation. If you need help solving them, by all means, go back to the linear equation in one variable and review the concept. So let's proceed to the fourth step, which is will be discussed by Miss Abileda.
Thank you, Mr. Castro. Last step, review the solution. You may be familiar with the expression, don't look back. In problem solving, it is good to look back, check, and interpret. Basically, check to see if you used all your information and that the answer makes sense. If your answer does check out, make sure that you write your final answer with the correct labeling. I would like to call Mr. English to this to apply the steps.
Example. Next slide, please. After we understand all the four steps of Polya'S problem solving strategy, and now let's try to apply all the steps to our given example that we provide. Step 1. Understand the problem. This is the first Polya'S problem strategy. Understand the problem. Let's apply it. Find the device. Find the value of x plus x times x raised to x when x equals to 2. So now, after to understand the problem, which is find the value of x, let's go to step 2 to devise a plan, which is I would like to call Miss Abeleda to explain the step 2.
Step 2, devise a plan. So, upon understanding based on the first step, we all know that the value of x is 2. So, we just need to substitute the value of x, and upon analyzing the problem, we are going to use the PEMDAS method in order to answer the problem. And that's when we're going to proceed to the third step, which will be discussed by Mr. Nathan Castro.
Thank you, Mr. Kamonay. So after we finish the first two steps, we will now carry out the plan. First, we need to put the value of x, which is 2. 2 plus 2 times 2 raised to 2. Next, we will apply the PEMDAS method. So first, we will solve the number inside the parentheses, which is 2 raised to 2. So 2 raised to 2 is 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is equals to 4. Next, we will times 4 into 2, and that is 8. Last, we will just add the number 2, so the final answer is 10. So the fourth step will be further discussed by Mr. Kamonay.
So the important last step is of course to review the solution. So we need to review the we need to review our solution in order to check if our answer is correct. So uh, the problem 2 plus 2 times 2 raised to 2 is equals to 10. Then after using the Pemp's method, we all know that first we need to operate the number inside the parentheses, which is 2 raised to 2, which is going to be equals to 4. And then we're going to apply the multiplication. Then 2 times 4, which is going to 8. Then 8 plus 2, which is 10. And we can see that both sides are equal to 10. Next slide, please. And that's we can say that the value of x plus x times x raised to x is 10. And our answer is correct. So now we are going to proceed to the questions.
Question number 1. How did you came up with the idea? First, we will call for a meeting and we talk what we will do, that how we came up with this idea.
How did you plan your test? We plan our test in our Google Meet. We meet and we brainstorm on what should we do in these presentations. So after we brainstorming, we came up to Polya'S problem solving strategy, and we start editing the presentation and giving the parts of each member to discuss their part in this presentation.
Did you get any help or support? Yes, we did this as a group.
Are there any challenges that you encountered while doing the test? We don't encounter so many challenges in our group because we all do our parts that is given to us. The only thing we suffer is that there is also some subjects that are given to us that we also need to pass on time.
What are your contributions? So I'm Mr. Kamonay, and my contributions are I gave out some ideas in formulating our presentation. Also, I revised some lines so that our presentation would be great.
I'm John Paul Lepinglis. What are my contribution? My contribution is I help to brainstorming to came up on what topic should we use in this presentation. I also help on editing this presentation and discuss some part of this presentation. I also the one who extract this video to upload it in YouTube and get the URL link.
My contributions are when we are doing PowerPoint and in every meeting to do brainstorming and also report the topic.
My name is Alexa Abeleda. What are my contributions? I help to edit and discuss some topic.
And this is the group mates of our group. English John Paul F, the leader of this group presentation. Castro Nathaniel B, the member. Kamonay Sian Ken, also a member. Abeleda Alexa Jean O, also a member. And we believe in our quotes. As far as the laws of mathematics refer to reality, they are not certain. And as far as they are certain, they do not refer to reality. Albert Einstein.